But you know what amazes me is how many people don't know how to throw a punch. Like how many people have never learned how to fight?
I mean, we just don't need to, if we're being honest, right? Like, when's the last time you threw a punch in anger?
Yeah, but
what day is it?
All right. And it turns out none of us need to know how
I'm going to look at Tyler's walls in his house.
She said I was looking fat.
Plus, all of y'all have guns and anyway. Like, y'all could be in a wheelchair and you're still the baddest motherfucker on your block.
In bad
the first
taste
thing I
to shoot
learned
your
was to
wife.
fight with my hands, though. Like, that's, to be able to defend yourself was huge. And
I hear you.
I'm not even like, I'm from the suburbs. I'm not from the hood or anything. Like, I as the first thing I learned back in the day, and we were watching Kung Fu flicks every day. And you know what I mean? Like, I took my son to learn boxing and my daughter to do Taekwondo, even. It's not the greatest sport in the world, but like there's a lot of people who don't know how to throw a proper punch, and it's surprising.
A lot of people who can't throw a ball.
Did you guys do karate?
True too.
Yeah, there are a lot of people who can't throw a ball.
That's why
that's true too. Did you guys do
Here's the
karate?
thing.
As
A lot of people can't swim. Right back at you.
I cannot swim very well, not at all.
Really?
I can swim so well. I'm
like a fish. I love it. I got my scuba license and everything.
Well, I don't have that. Okay, you're the better swimmer.
But no, but hold on. You said throw a ball. Okay, that's kind of weird. But yeah.
It comes up. All right, so let me tell you.
Depends on the kind of ball. I wouldn't be confident that I can throw a tight spiral.
Can everybody ride a bike?
Of course.
A little bit.
Don't say of course. There's people who can't do it.
Well, like we ride motorcycles. Woody rides at a very high level.
Okay, yeah,
and like if you're an American like straight man, you know how to ride. Bicycle.
Everyone knows that.
But rewind me like 5 seconds.
Riding a bike, throwing a punch. I think you were going to.
Oh, it's not just about throwing a ball. It's like if you're hanging out with guys, sometimes you like throw me this, that, or the other. If you're working on a car, throw me this. If you're like working on a paintball, throw me that. If you can't throw a thing in a way that it is masculine, then like you might as well have had grease spilt on you as a child. Because I don't want nothing to do with you. There's something wrong.
Disgusting.
Could you throw a first pitch at a baseball game?
Yeah.
No,
could you make it to the batter
all night? Well, I think I could make it there,
yeah,
but I just don't know how. It wouldn't be in the strike zone or anything. I might need
pull a Baba Booey.
I need a mobile catcher.
So you just need to
really athletic one.
Are we talking about no training, like no practice? Like we got to step over there right now?
No. I mean, okay, if you knew you had to throw out the first pitch, if you practice
how much time
for a week or so, like a week.
Oh man, yeah. So here's what you
do.
You immediately like get yourself a pitching coach. Be very easy to get, like right away. Like you'd be able to reach out on your local social media, get somebody at a community college, a high school guy. They would love to be part of your fucking thing you're doing.
But look at how many guys can't do it though. Like, do you remember Baba Booey from
the
Howard Stern show
when
he threw his, and it was like really bad. Like they made fun of him for years after that.
Yeah, it's
he
wild
had a
how
pitching coach.
It's almost like it's
Yeah.
almost like he made a conscious decision to make millions of dollars by throwing a ball poorly and being the worst pitch ever thrown. It's almost like he knew he was going to write a book about it, and that came out like a year later called "My Name Is Baba Booey" or whatever. And it's almost like he got to go on Jimmy Kimmel and get huge ratings there and promote his book and throw another bad pitch on purpose.
You think? Yeah.
I think that he works for Howard fucking Stern. He has no morals. He has no goddamn soul. I've seen him sell out his family, his wife, and everyone that loves him for Howard Stern and Howard Stern's ratings. While he gets like shit on, I don't know. I'm not talking about behind the scenes Howard Stern.
No, I hear what you're saying.
No, I think it's fake. Yeah, I think the whole thing was fake for ratings, for book sales.
The way he threw it would take even a ridiculous amount of skill to throw it.
Almost like he had a pitching coach. Almost like he had a pitching coach he was working with. Yeah. Look, I throw it over there.
Do you have video of that? Because it was.
We can't
wait a minute.
MLB footage.
Is that Baba Booey throwing it?
No, it's not.
No.
Oh, okay.
That's some old man at like an old timers game, I guess. It's rather embarrassing. I think that
there's one girl who hit a cameraman once, but like that Baba Booey throw was like. But I like I'm saying, there's a lot of guys who could not do that.
So like the pitch off the mound is a challenge.
It is.
You would want practice, and you're gonna need to strengthen your arm. You need to loosen up. You get good at it, but you could throw catch with a guy and get it up there to the point where it wouldn't be embarrassing. As long as your nerves aren't getting to you, that would be the deciding factor. It's not gonna be your skill if you have a week to practice. All that being said, I'm really talking about not like throwing a baseball from pitcher's man. I'm talking about like you just need to be able to toss things to another dude like appropriately, the right way. Like it's. I could tell if you throw me some shit if you're a fucking like. I don't know. Like
that's a different thing.
Fucking loser. If you throw me shit like a loser, I'm gonna see it.
I judge you not by how masculine your throw is, but how catchable your throw is. Like if we're both in the kitchen and you're throwing me your keys, dude, don't go overhand. I'm not looking to be. Don't give me your fucking fast.
I always throw overhand.
No, you know what it is.
I throw. Make it easy to catch. That's what I am. That's where I want to see.
Of course, I want it right here in the pocket. And of course, overhand's fine. I've made but I don't know. I've worked on enough like construction like jobs and stuff like that. And it's like you're throwing shit around a lot. You're sharing tools and stuff. And like I'll never forget like the first time I saw one of those kids who was like an other than like the melted face kids and shit.
Yeah.
One of my friends had a friend come down from Maryland, his cousin from Maryland. And it was almost like that episode of South Park where the other Kyle comes to visit, the like super Jewish Kyle, who's just like he's like oil and water. He's like super neurotic. He just doesn't fit in at all. And my friend's cousin was like that. He didn't call drinks what we call drinks. Like we'd be like, oh, I'm thirsty, I need a Coke. He'd ask for a pop. And we all just like looked at him like he just admitted to being a communist or something like that. Everybody's heads turned.
It's that Minnesota talk.
Like he used the wrong 3 fingers to say 3 or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know this scene.
Trice. He was clearly fucking like an other, and like we all took note of it. And like somebody was like, "Yeah, he's a Yankee," and it's like I don't care where he's from. He just talks funny. Like he's kind of weird. He's all pale. He didn't know how to swim. We're at the lake. You know,
didn't know how to swim. They don't have water up north.
Like you don't have to like enough that when I
just
say
paddle,
swim, I mean like not afraid to go out there. Like I can swim.
That is a low bar. Yeah,
he was scared to not be afraid. He wouldn't get in the water with us. Like we're all in the water and he's standing up there with his arm. Anyway,
well, that's not.
You'd be surprised because when I'm in the bush,
everybody from the north can't swim.
When you gotta throw these
or the ocean.
What is that?
That's a smoke grenade.
Okay.
Ooh. So sometimes I'll hand stuff to a kid. I'll say, I'll pull the pin. All right. And I go, hey, you want to throw a smoke grenade? It's really cool, you know? And I go, yeah. Or it'll be a man, right? And they can't throw. Like he'll throw it and it'll flip off their back finger and go like 2 feet and hit their teammate in the head or something like that.
Yeah.
And it goes nowhere. Like no arm at all.
Have they not seen like movies? Everyone knows you throw the grenade in like that, like you're in a trench, like over your head. Like
no, never throw it like
Taylor,
that.
That's how you do it in a film.
That's how you're trained to do it in the military, and that's to make sure that even the retards get the grenade over there. Yeah. When you throw a grenade, you fucking hurl it like a man.
Yes.
Like I don't care what they fucking.
Am I going to look foolish if I don't do it in the affirmed military?
Can I pause you there? This is actually new to me. So if you're in the army, right? They train you to do the thing Taylor says. I presume that's what they do in TV. Yeah. But if you're like active, people use their actual throwing motion.
They can.
Oh yeah.
Outside of training.
I'm telling you, if I'm throwing that fucking M67 like baseball grenade, I am not doing one of these.
Yeah,
so I feel like you
because I can only throw it like 15 yards or something like that. Like, it's gonna roll to that, but I can hurl it like.
But if you gave me something really heavy, that might impact my ability to throw it. Is it heavy and dense? It's not that crazy.
I don't know.
I'll show you. Let me show you something. This is an average size smoke grenade, right?
Okay.
I'll take this. I'll take it in my kit. I'll throw it. I can throw it a good distance.
Right?
It's got some weight, right? Then you have something like this that's called a cloud burster.
Oh my god!
Ooh.
Yeah, like this is like a football throwing.
Why do you have that indoors?
Which one would be cooler if you set it off
storing that in a shed somewhere with a
Dude, it would be a
trapped in here with me and you pull
if
that.
You popped it. I'm just saying.
Put that money in the Patreon and I'll open it indoors in a plastic bucket or something. But
what are we talking about? Like $50?
I don't know. We gotta get the money. I gotta pay rent. But it's amazing how many people just don't know how to lob it. And it's like there's a scene in the movie Black Hawk Down and I know it's just a movie, whatever, but there's a scene where this guy, they're being held down by oncoming fire, right?
Yeah.
And one of the special forces guys has said, "Sir, we got to move. We're ducked down. You got to keep up." And then, he's going, and he goes, "Okay, my guys, I'm going to do this. You do this." He takes a grenade and he throws it into an apartment window, like 6 floors up, and blows up the guy inside. Perfect shot, right? And it's like, you got to have an arm to do that. You know what I mean? And even though it's just a movie, I know a lot of ex-military guys they can throw, you know what I mean? So it's not, especially like I've thrown flashbangs and throw grenades, smoke grenades. I've never thrown a grenade because I wouldn't have a reason.
Throwing grenades is so 20th century. Don't you know we drop from drones now?
Oh, easy. Yeah.